Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today as I try to show off the best of modern retro gaming. It is the day you've all been waiting for. I have finally made it back to level 4 of the power tower, and we're going to go through this fuse puzzle one step at a time. Now why these two are yapping, I'm going to tell you what's going to be happening. I am going to have, whether this video is 10 minutes or 50 minutes, I want this video to just encompass this puzzle. So if it's a little short, that's why. I want to focus on this puzzle. I know a lot of people out there have been having trouble with it. I'm going to take it step by step, explain everything about how I figure it out, how I am going to do it my way, and hopefully that will all help you all out as well. That is the plan. So this episode is all going to be about this fuse puzzle. I want to tell you how I do it, and then hopefully we'll be able to solve it. There's, I've played games similar to this. Every once in a while I'll get it wrong, but I've been doing pretty good here. So we have 8 collars. We need to take in let's start here. In easy difficulty, you have 5 collars and 4 goes into those 4 slots up there. In normal, you have 6 collars to choose from. In hard, you have 7, and in insane, you have 8. Out of those 8 collars, you're gonna have to find the 4 that makes up the code. This code is also randomized each playthrough, so it's not one code fits all. You're going to have to figure out how to do it each time. So there we go. We're gonna actually run over here real quick and grab this. And what? Oh, complicate, sweet. So I'm going to describe this a bit. So we put our fused collars up in these 4 slots. Now down on this board, on this left slot, we have 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 10 rows of these little dots. And then this row. This top row is what you're putting in currently. And then once you put it in, it'll drop down to these rows. So we have 10 chances to 10 tries basically to figure out the code. Now the colors I put in here will end up in the same order, be put into these little dots. This check mark, there'll be a number below it. That number means that we have one of the colors that I have chose. If there's a 1 here, one of the colors that I have chose is the right color for that spot. So it's the right color, the right spot. These little 2 arrows right here means that it is the right color, but it's in the wrong spot. So for instance, if blue was supposed to be in the second spot and I had blue over here in the first spot, that would be the right color, but it's in the wrong spot. And then X means that the wrong color in the wrong spot. That color doesn't even exist. The problem is it doesn't tell you which colors. It just shows you numbers down here. So we got to figure that code out by deciphering what the numbers mean by what colors and tries we are doing here. So now like I said, insane, you have 8 color choices. So what I'm going to do is just go down in the first 2 rows, the first 2 guesses, you should use all the colors. So in the first guess, I'm just going to use 4. The top 4 is going to be the way I'm going to do it. And in the second row, I'm going to do the bottom 4. So that in the first 2 rows, that all colors have been out there and identified as either right spot, right color, wrong spot, or doesn't belong at all. So now if you're playing on an easier difficulty than insane, you're not going to be able to do 2 full rows. So on the second row, do any color you haven't done and then repeat some. So let's hit the button and see how orange, blue, red, green works. Okay, well that's a good start. We have 1 in the right spot, 2 colors that are right in the wrong spot, and then 1 color shouldn't even be there. So let's take these fuses out. That's actually a pretty good thing. So I know that 3 of these 4 colors right off the bat is in the answer. So let's see if we can find the 4th color. So we're gonna go all the way down the bottom, magenta, turquoise, then purple, and then yellow. And that will allow us kind of good. We got a really good set of numbers here. So right here, that was a really, really good call, I guess, to do that. It's not always going to be that, but having 3 there is really good. And this is a little bit of a waste, but not exactly. Also, you can see that when a fuse is taken out, it's no longer in this list. So you're not going to have 2 greens or 2 reds. They're not going to be 2 of the same colors in the code. So let's see what I get from here. So again, we kind of knew something like that was going to happen. We're going to have 1, well, it's 1 in the wrong spot. Oh, I have 20 seconds to change the fuses. Okay, so I didn't see this. No, better not take that fuse out. Okay, I'm gonna do orange, red, and then blue. Let's do that. Let's do that. I didn't know there was a timer on this, so they've changed that up a little bit. If it messes you up, you've got enough chances so that you can figure it out. Okay, so they're locked now, so might as well hit this button and see how well I do. 4 colors, there we go. On the 3rd one, I guess I'm lucky that I got 4 colors, so I have 4 of the right colors that are in the wrong order though. In these first 2 rows, between the check mark and the arrows, your number should equal 4. If you used all the colors. Well, no, if you repeat some colors, that might not be right. It might end up. So if you had, let's say if you had red and green in this top row, and that was the 2 that were in the wrong spot, then you put red and green down here in the 2nd row, that could be the 2. Okay, so on insane difficulty, this should echo up to 4, but on any lesser difficulty, it could be misleading. Okay, so anyways, we have the 4 right colors here. We know 1 of these colors is in the right order. So the green, the red, well, no, okay, so green's not the one because I did not put it in this 3rd row. So green is not the right one. So red, blue, and orange. Orange stayed in the same spot. That's the one I stayed in the same spot. So orange does not go in this spot. So let's put orange in this 2nd spot. Then I moved red and I moved blue. And purple is in the wrong spot as well, because if purple is one of the ones in the 3rd row, it stayed in the same spot. So purple must be the one that was in the right spot, or the right color wrong spot. So purple needs to be moved. So let's shoot. Okay, so let's move purple to the 1st one. Okay, where was red? Was this 3rd one? That can't be then. Okay, so red was this 3rd one on the 1st guess. That may have been our one that was in the right spot, the right color, right spot. See, red. Let me think here. I want to move blue somewhere else. Let's switch blue and purple. Blue. And the reason for that is blue has been in this last spot and it's not in the right spot. So either red or blue is in the right spot. And then the last one would be magenta. I think that's what that was. Was that magenta or purple? I think that might be purple. Let me look at the colors again. Yeah, I think it was purple is what I had in there. So let's go with that. And the reason I chose that is because I know 3 of these in the first row, 3 of these were the right colors. Let's just start with that, because really the first thing you want to do is know all 4 colors are the right ones. So you know that these 3 of the 4 in the first row are the right color. 1 in the 4th row is the right color. So, and then when I guessed on orange, red, purple, and blue, it said all 4 of them in. So I know that it's not green, because green is not in this last row. So it must be orange, blue, and red. Those were the 3 in the first row. And then it told me not to take out that purple one, and I'm not sure why, but it may have been giving me a little bit of a clue or something. So yeah, so I left the purple one in, and then it got just, I guess, lucky. So moving them around is because I'm trying to figure out the right colors in the right spot. I chose to go back up to this top row. I know one of these 3, the orange, the blue, or the red, is in the right spot because there is one under the check mark. So the orange from the first row to the 3rd row, orange stayed in the same spot. So I know that orange is in the wrong spot. It's one of the 2. So I decided to take red and put it in the same spot for the 4th row. So it's in the 3rd one over here, like it was in the 1st row. That's why I chose that. And then orange is not right in the 1st row, so I moved it over to the second spot. And then I just kind of guessed on purple and blue where they could be. Now, if we'll have to just see how this works and see, the numbers is going to matter where the numbers fall. And I got it right. I got very lucky on that one. I think I think I got super lucky on that, and the way it came out. Yeah, under 4. I think having 3 of the 4 in the top row correct, and being able to take that green out, see if I was less. I think if you either have 4 or 8 colors, it's easier, because in the 2nd row it is it's none are repeated. So if I was on hard or normal or easy, I would have had to put that green back down there to fill that 2nd row up, and then it would have been a little bit more difficult because I wouldn't have been sure which one. But being able to easily put those other 4 in, I could have very easily said this is the one that is right. And so hopefully that helped you out. I hope it did. That was really easy. Really lucky, I think, one that came through. The only other help I can give you, if this doesn't help you, I know in episode 15 of the hard difficulty playthrough, about 15 minutes in, I basically did the same thing, went down through, described how I did it, and that one might help you out a little bit more because I used more rows. So hopefully that helps everybody out. I kind of feel bad that it went so easily, but if you have any more questions on how I did this, or maybe the reasoning I chose, put them in the comments below. I will try my best to help you out. I think I got really lucky on that, and kind of for that I'm sorry, but that's going to be the episode. We did that out. We kind of knocked it out pretty easily. I really hope that helps you out. Again, I do believe if you're playing on easy, normal, or hard, that puzzle's a little bit more tricky because you have to repeat colors the second row. But thank you everybody for watching. I really do appreciate this. Again, comments down below if you have any more trouble. I will try my best to answer them. And thank you so much for watching. It really means everything to me, and I'll see you next time. Bye everybody.